What do you think is the coolest death in a TV show, movie, game? For me, Drew Barrymore in the first Scream, just great misdirection, opening with the biggest name in the cast then promptly dispatching them. X-Men First Class, when Michael Fassbender kills Kevin Bacon by slowly moving a coin through Bacon's head while monologuing about how he agrees with Bacon's stance on everything but he's gonna kill Bacon anyway because Bacon killed his family in the Holocaust. Last scene of Blackadder goes forth. Sam Jackson's death in Deep Blue Sea. Fantastic. Major Kong riding the bomb in Doctor Strangelove. Or comic book guy, best death ever. Boris' death in GoldenEye. I am invincible poof. Lucy Liu's character in Kill Bill. Roy Batty in the original Blade Runner. I keep gravitating towards memorable. Spock in Wrath of Khan will always resonate for me. Jurassic Park, the attorney on the toilet getting chomped down by the T-Rex. When Gandalf fell fighting Durin's Bane. That whole first sequence from the Two Towers is one of the best things I have ever seen. The face melt from Raiders of the Lost Ark. John Marston going out in front of his barn. Double exploding spear wielding leaping warboy in Fury Road. Witness me. Iron Giant. Nacho Varga BCS. Hodder's death on GOT was the biggest mindfuck of a death I've ever seen. The word he's been mumbling over and over since childhood is directly related to his death while protecting the kid who caused the disability. I love Blackwood's death in Sherlock Holmes goes so hard. He mocks Sherlock about how he's never going to be hung by rope only to straight away fall off a bridge and get hung by chains. Graham Chapman being chased off the edge of a cliff by a horde of topless, buxom women, after being allowed to choose his form of execution. Monty Python's meaning of life. Dude getting shot in the head in the car by Vincent Vega in Pulp Fiction. It was the only time I remember laughing at the sheer insanity of the death. Tell Cersei. I want her to know it was me. Legend of Korra, that one girl using metal bending to put a helmet on that lady that shoots explosions out of her head. That death shocked me. Gus Fring's death scene was so cool. Scar killing Mufasa. The way he toyed with him, Mufasa hanging on for dear life, all while looking his brother dead in the eye while he let go. Cold-blooded. That movie stole kids' innocence. Firefly S01E02, the train job Mal kicks Crow into the engine. Boromir's. The way he took those arrows and kept fighting for a while before eventually collapsing to the ground is nothing short of epic. RoboCop, the toxic waste kill. Body horror at its finest. There are plenty of contenders, but my favorite is from Con Air, where Cyrus the Virus Grissom, played by John Malkovich, gets thrown from a fire truck, through a window and then through some power lines, falling on a conveyor belt that leads to this hydraulic rock-crushing hammer of some sort, where he unfortunately happens to land directly under, getting his face smashed. The 90s were fun. Most epic would be probably Sean Bean. Pick a character. Probably Ned Stark or Boromir. Most memorable was the Joker's disappearing pencil trick. The two last deaths in The Departed. Won't spoil, but it's great. The Viper in Game of Thrones. Oberyn's death was absolutely brutal. And stupid. Arrogant prick. The fucking helicopter got Dr. Romano in the end. ER doesn't get enough respect. Russell Cass Independence Day. Hello boys, I'm Bark. You thinking what I'm thinking, partner? Aim for the bushes. Supernatural, when we are introduced to death. Rolling into town and some random bumping into him and just dying gave me chills. Especially with the song choice. Very powerful scene in an otherwise ridiculous show lol. Witcher 3, when Imlerith kills Vesemir, really heartbreaking moment and epic cutscene. Willem Dafoe in the movie Platoon. Had to be me. Somebody else might have gotten it wrong. The Alan Rickman trifecta. Hans Gruber. Sheriff of Nottingham. Professor Snape. Not sure if he technically died, but Spike Spiegel in the original Cowboy Bebop series. Terminator, dipping in a lava river, giving a thumb up at the end. Jane Wolfenstein The New Order. I figure, when I'm gone, I'll be silent till the end of time, moment. Right now. It's gonna be loud. Halo Reach, Noble 6, dude went out fighting some of the best shit the Covenant could throw at him. In the novelization or something to that effect, 6 apparently fought the Covenant off for hours, maybe even days. On his own. The Covenant eventually deemed him as so much of a threat that they sent an entire army after him, including wraiths and air support. And 6 kept going until he was ganged up on by a bunch of elites, a few of which he killed on his way out. I could go on for ages about how fucking badass 6 was. Boromir taking down Uruk-hai to make up for trying to steal the ring and protect hobbits. Not only that, killed a few Uruk-hais with arrows in his chest. Lady Olenna Tyrell, Game of Thrones. Tell Cersei. I want her to know it was me. Erwin Smith rage towards the Beast Titan. I know he died later, but still. It was awesome. For England, James. Personally a huge fan of Smoke's fatality from Mortal Kombat 3, in which he literally just explodes the entire Earth to kill his singular opponent. Denholm window scene from IT Crowd. I'm pretty sure Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy froze to death in space. My personal favorite. Ganondorf's death in The Wind Waker. The wind, it is blowing. John Martson sending his wife and child away on a horse so he can step out the other side of the barn and take as many of his gunmen with him. Jack Sparrow vs. Kraken. Hello Beastie. Vegeta's final atonement. Kyojiro Rengoku tightened his stomach muscles around the arm that impaled him to stall Akaza. Dude had to rip his own arms off to get away. Never forget Merlin in Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Hope he's in the country roads heaven. I am a leaf on the wind. Edward Teach Blackbeard. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Kenway in a world without gold, we might have been heroes. In The Last Samurai, Katumo's death. Arthur Morgan in The Good Karma Way, such a badass epic way out. He was dying of tuberculosis anyway, so he makes sure John and the rest get out of the life, while he distracts the Pinkertons, Dutch, and Micah's punk-ass fucking legendary. Godzilla shooting his atomic breath down the Muto's throat until its head comes off. The guy in Independence Day crashing his jet into the spaceship. Lo Pan throwing Jack's knife at him, but Jack catches it and immediately throws it right back into Lo Pan's forehead. A webcomic, not a movie or whatever, but Dr. McNinja killing King Radical. He grabs Dracula by the legs and swings him at King Radical like a baseball bat, so Dracula's fangs scrape Radical and turn him into a vampire, then Doc throws the Pope at him. Teach's death in Black Sails was insane. Keelhauled multiple times, pure torture. K2SO in Rogue One. Made me care for him more most of the other actors. Borderlands shoot me in the face mission. You get to shoot someone in the face, and they die. So cool. Thelma Louise. Life is beautiful. Walking away with the guards smiling and winking at his son. The two I can think of are from The Expanse: The Deceleration Death of Manio and Ashford's death. That whole show just nailed physics so